Hello, my name is Oneza, and today I'll be talking about the impact of ECA on Indian economy. The Essential Commodities Act was introduced in the year 1955 by the government of India, which gave the government the power to produce, supply, distribute, and price the essential commodities. Some of them included foodstuffs like cereals, pulses, and oils, fuels like petroleum products, medicines, and other essential commodities. Now, the 1955 ECA Act played a crucial role in shaping the Indian economy, impacting both individual players, micro and macroeconomic factors, and the recent amendments as well. What happened during the 1950 to 1970s? Owing to the severe shortages post-independence due to the displacement, droughts, and emergency, ECA gave minimum support price to the farmers, potentially providing them some level of income stability and encouraging continued production. It also helped in managing the shortages and control inflation, especially the essential food items. They potentially stabilize the overall macroeconomic environment for initial economic growth. Now, the strict price controls discouraged farmers from investing in better seeds, fertilizers, and irrigation due to lower potential profits. This hindered the farm productivity and incomes in the long run. The long term impact on agricultural output remained unclear. Additionally, strict price controls might have created artificial shortages, leading to black markets and inflationary pressures. We'll speak about what happened in the 1980s to 2000s and the new amendment which was introduced in the year 2020. So in 1980s, as India's food security improved, the focus shifted towards the potential long-term efforts. Uh, there were disincentives for production, like strict price controls and distorted market forces, making it less profitable for farmers to increase production. There were discouragements in investments because the continued focus on price control discouraged some of the private sector investments into storage facilities, processing units, and transportation infrastructure for essential commodities. This hampered the overall efficiency in the agriculture sector. Now, what happened in 2020 was there was an amendment made in the Act to encourage the private sector participation and to address some of the perceived limitations of the original Act in the Indian agriculture market. So, there were four pillars of this Act. First was the relaxed price controls. Uh, the government controls some of the agricultural commodities, removing minimum support prices and buffer stocking requirements for certain items. Some of them were onions, pulses, potatoes, and oil seeds. This led to a greater role in price determining because of the market rather than the government determining the prices. Additionally, N95 masks and hand sanitizers were also included in this act because those were of national importance during those times. Second factor was focus on exceptional circumstances. It said that the government will intervene only if there is a calamity or a drought or a sharp price rise that can threaten the food security. This intervention can involve setting MSPs or undertaking procurement operations to make the prices to remain affordable. Third, driving stock limits. The amendments empower states to set stock limits on essential commodities for traders based on specific criteria. This aims to prevent hoarding and ensure adequate availability during normal times. Strengthening the regulatory framework. The amendments aim to provide improve the regulatory framework for essential commodities. This can uh, measure the to prevent the exploitation of farmers by large corporations and ensure the fair trade practices. Now, the government did this to relax the price controls and encourage the private sector participation. There were some uncertainties and potential effects. That is, the large corporation and traders were benefited disproportionately, potentially leading to farmers and manipulating markets. The uncertainty of farmers transitioning into predictable government control system to a more market-driven one was difficult for them, and this discouraged them into taking new risk and adopting new technologies. Now, speaking of the road ahead. What can the government do is monitor and adjust. The success of the amendments hinges on how effectively the government monitors markets and intervenes to prevent exploitation of farmers and consumers. Balancing growth and production, striking a balance between promoting agricultural growth, protecting consumer interests, and maintaining food security will be crucial. Adapting to a dynamic landscape will be very difficult because of the impact of the EC amendments will need to be continuously evaluated and adjusted based on the real world outcomes, including private sector investments, agriculture production data, and global factors influencing food prices. Thank you.